Hello guys, how are you all? I hope you must be fine and I hope you all are enjoying my videos very well. So what we have done in last session, I think we had done two topics on vector in last session, that is vector insert element method, and we had also done vector uh, insert element method and vector, I think something like an element at matter, and I think something like that. I don't remember because I uh, earlier because I forget it, so that's why I don't remember one more topic name. So don't worry. So so today we are going to discuss about two topics. That is, uh, what is IMS empathy topic, and second is we will discuss what is iterator topic, iterator method, what is empathy method, and second is iterator method. So first of all, we have to discuss iterator. First of all, we have to discuss is equal method concept, and after that, we will go through its program. So we will do two more programs on that. That is equal method, is empathy method, and after that, we would like to go through. We will go through second topic, that is iterator method. So okay, let's start it. So are you all ready? So I hope you all are ready. So let's start it. So first of all, we have to under this concept, understand this concept. So for understanding, we will use Google Chrome for the Java 3.2 website. So I use Google Chrome, and here I choose new Chrome tab, and after that I write vector in Java, and after the opening this website we will click Java 3.2 website, and after the opening a Java 3.2 website we will see here uh, is empathy method. My last topic, that is index of elements. That is, I remember, I forget it, so that's why I don't remembering it. Now we would like to go through is empathy method. So please click on, and after the opening this website, so we have to understand this concept that what is Java is empathy method. So first of all, we have to understand this concept. So will you wait for 2 minutes? Okay, guys. So where we are? So we are at empathy method. So what is? So let's see what is it in is empathy method. So where we are? So we are discussing what is this empathy method. The Java vector is empathy method. The is empathy method of Java vector class is used to check if this vector has no component. What is it? What the meaning of this sentence? It's meaning that is empathy of method of Java vector is basically used to check if the vector has no component. It returns true if the vector is empathy. What is it meaning? It returns true if the vector is empathy. Otherwise, return false. Now we will see what is syntax. The following is the declaration of is empathy method. Public boolean. I told you that I told you before that what is boolean. Boolean is just basically called basically to check the whether the statement is true or false. It's basically used to check the statement is true or false. And boolean is a data types. It's included in data type. So public boolean is empathy. Now we will see parameter. This method does not accept any type of parameter. Now we'll see what it returns. Is returns method returns true if what if and only if this vector has no component. What is meaning? Is empathy method returns true if and only if this vector has no components, otherwise return false. Exception is not applicable. Now that's the concept. No, that's the concept of is-empathy method. That's the theory of is-empathy method. Now we would like to go through its program. So let's see how to do this program. What is this program? So let's see. So for doing this program, I will open Visual Studio Code for doing this program. So I open Visual Studio Code and click on New Window for creating a new file. So I click on New Window for doing this program new file. So now it's open. After the opening this Visual Studio Code, now I create a new file here so that I can create our I can so that I could create a vector program so that I could easily create a vector program because creating a new file is better than doing your program in existing file because if if wait, I think my mom is calling me. Okay, so where we are doing this program. So create a new file here and do program. So I create a new file. So where we are doing this. So actually sorry for that because I've got some problem. Not I've got some I'm busy in my home, so that's why I'm pausing my videos again and again. So let's continue again. Now I create a new file here that is vector 67.java. Now enter it and now save this file. It's already exists, so I create another file here. So I write vector 68.java. Now enter it and now save this file. After the saving this file, after the creating a new file, now what you have to do, you have to write package format. So what is it package format? That is import java.util.star semicolon. That is most important while you are writing, while you are creating a vector program. So you should all have to put this package statement firstly, and after that you do your program. So first of all, I write package statement that is import java.ut.star semicolon. Again, what you have to do, you have to create a class name here. So I create a class name that is vector 68. Now I take curly bracket and after that you write a public static void main main string args. After that, what you have to do, you have to take curly bracket again, and after the taking curly bracket, after the creating a class name, now what you have to do, you have to write vector format. So what is vector format? That is vector of base in capital letter while you are writing a vector format. So you should all have to learn this thing, that vector of base in capital letter. Again, string of s in capital letter. So you should all have to remember this thing because string is the place of element. Now I take write a vet is equals to new. Again I write a vector of using capital letter vector, and here write string. Again I take a greater than sign. Now I put a semicolon, and after that you put now I take bracket, and after that I put semicolon. After the writing this statement, now what you have to do? You have to write vector addition format. So what is it vector addition format? That is that dot add, and here right bracket, and I my brother is there. He is disturbing me. So Please leave it, leave this. While I'm making my videos, please don't show me. While I'm making my videos, please don't show me. Okay, please don't disturb me. Vec dot add. Now I take a bracket. Now here right inverted. 1 minute. Wait. So where we are? So we are creating a vector. We are writing a vector addition format. So what is it? Vector addition format. That is, I write a Java and I put semicolon. Again, I write a vec dot add and here write here I take bracket and here write take inverted comma here write Ruby. Again, I put semicolon. Again, I write vec. Vec is basically is a short name for vectors. So you should all have to remember this thing. That vec is basically is a short name for vectors. So again, I write a vec dot add and here write Android, Android, and I put semicolon. Again, I write a vec dot add back dot add and here right here I take bracket and here right take inverted comma and in the inverted comma and here write Python. I put semicolon. Now after the writing of vector addition format, now what you have to do? You have to print your all vector addition elements. So we have to write print statement that is system of S in capital letter while you are writing a print statement. So you should all have to remember this thing. System of S in capital letter system dot out dot println. And now here I take bracket and here I write vector is plus vac. I put semicolon. After the writing the print statement, now what you have to do, you have to write again print statement. So what is it print statement? That is again system as in capital letter while we are writing a print statement. So you should all have to remember this thing system dot out dot println and here I write is the vector empathy question mark empathy is equals to after that what you have to do, you have to write here vector is equal math is empathy math. So what is vector is empathy method? That is vec is again empathy of is in capital letter. So you should all have to remember this thing that empathy of is in capital letter while we are writing a empathy is a is empathy statement. So you should all have to remember this thing. Now after the writing this statement, now what you have to do, you have to write again. You have to write vector clear method. So that is vec clear and here right take bracket and I put semicolon. After that what you have to do, you have to write again print statement. You have to print your or you have to print your vector clear method. So we have to write print statement again. So what is print statement? That is again system of s in capital letter while we are writing a print statement. So you should all have to remember this thing that system of s in capital letter. So see I write system dot out dot println and here write vector after clear. Now I take bracket and now I write here. Now I take bracket and now I write here plus vac. Now I put semicolon. After that, what you have to do? You have to write again print statement. So we what is the print statement? So that is system of S in capital letter. So you should all have to remember this thing that while we are writing a print statement, that is system of S in capital letter. So you should all have to know this thing that system dot out dot println and here right where I take bracket and here take I take inverted comma here right is the vector empathy Now take question mark and now take equal sign. Now after that, what you have to do, you have to write again that is empathy method. So that is there. Is again empathy of is in capital letters. So you should all have to think that empathy of is in capital letter. If you don't put empathy of is in capital letter, then your program will does not compile. Your program will fail. So that's why we must have to put empathy of is in capital letter. Now after that, this program is completed. Completed. Now what we have to do? We have to check whether it is successful or not. So we have to compile it first. So firstly, I use new terminal and new terminal for compilation and or whether as you can also use CMD, that is command promise. You can find it in your search bar option. You can find it in your search bar option. Now after the opening of terminal option, now what we have to do? We have to write compiling format. So we have to compile it first. So we have to write compiling format, that is Java C. And after that compilation, writing a compiling format, now what we have to do? We have to take file name for compilation because that is most important for compilation. So you should all have to know distinct that file name is taken for compilation. So I write the file name vector secret.java. Here is my file name. So you should all have to remember this thing. Vector secret.java. Now enter it and now wait for few seconds for compilation. You see that it successfully compiled. Now after the compilation, what we have to do? We have to write running statement. So we have to run our program. So we have to write running statement. So I write there Java. And after that, what we have to do? We have to take class name for running our program. So because that is most important while you are running a program. So your class name is only must taken. So you should all have to remember this thing. So I write the class name, that is vector 68. There is my class name. So I there is a vector 68. After that, what you have to do? Vector Java is vector is Java, Ruby, Android, Python. Is vector is empathy. False is vector after clear. Is this a vector after clear? Is vector is empathy. True. So from this way, you could also print any type of vector addition. Any type of vector is empathy method. So from this way, so that's the first example of vector is empathy method. Now we would like to go to second example of vector is empathy method. So let's see how to do this program. So for doing this program, I use terminal option. Not terminal. I create a new file again here. So for doing this program, so I create a new file and here write vector 69.java. Now enter it and now save this file. After the saving this file, now what we have to do? We have to write package statement. So what is it package statement? That is import java.util dot star semicolon because that is most important while you are writing a vector program. So you should all have to write that package statement. So I write there import java.util dot star semicolon. So you should all have to know this thing. And after the writing a package statement, now create a class name here. So I write here vector 69 not dot. Again I set curly bracket, take curly bracket, and here write public static void main string args. Now I take curly bracket and here write after the creating of the class name. Now what you have to do? You have to write vector format is vector format. So what is vector format? That is vector of base in capital letter while we are writing a vector format. So you should all have to know this thing that vector of base in capital letter. Now I write here integer of I is in capital letter. So you should all have to know this thing because integer is the place of element and string also. So I write the integer of I is in capital letter. Now I take greater than sign and here write back object is equals to new In vector of is in capital letter, so you should all have to remember this thing. Again, integer of I is in capital letter. Integer. Now I take greater than sign. And here write 5 in the bracket and I put semicolon. Now after the writing of vector addition formula, what we have to do? You have to print your vector addition. You have to print your vector formula. So we have to write print statement. So that is again system of S in capital letter while we are writing a print statement. So you should all have to remember this thing that system of S in capital letter. So I write a system dot out dot println. In println here write vector plus back object. After that I put semicolon. Now after the writing a print statement, now we have to write again print statement. So what is it that is? So system of S in capital letter while we are writing a print statement. So you should all have to know this thing that system of S in capital letter system dot out dot println. I think bracket here right take and button and here I write is the vector empathy is equals to. After that, what we have to do, you have to write vector is empathy method. So I write a vec object dot is again empathy of is in capital letter. So you should all have to know this thing that while we are writing a is empathy method, so e empathy of is in capital letter. So you should all have to know this thing. Now we put semicolon. Now this program is completed. Now what we have to do, you have to check whether it is successful or not. So you have to compile it first. So we have to write compiling format for checking. So I write a compiling format that is JavaScript. And after that, what we have to do, you have to write file name for compilation because that is most important while you are compiling the program. So your file name is only taken. So you should all have to know this thing. So I write a file that here is my file name vector 69 dot java. So I write a file name that is vector 69 dot java. Now enter it and now wait for a few seconds for compilation. So you see that it's successfully compiled. Now after the compilation, now what we have to do? You have to run your program. So we have to write running statement. So what is running statement? That is Java. And after that, what we have to do? We have to take class name for running our program. So that here is my class name because that is most important while you are running a program. So your class name is only taken. So you should all have to know this thing. So I write the class name vector 69. After that, you enter it, and now let's see vector is this vector empathy. Ooh, yes, vector is empathy. Now you see that from this page you could also print any type of vector is empathy method. So that is the second example of vector is empathy method. Now we will like to second go to second topic that is vector iterator method. What is vector iterator method? So let's see what is method vector iterator method. First of all, we have to discuss its concept, and after that we would like to go through its programs. So let's see what is iterator method, Java iterator method. So what is Java iterator method? So I here we see a iterator method and topic. Now click it on. Now, after the opening this topic, now what we have to understand this concept. What is it? Iterator method. So, what is it? Java vector iterator method. The iterator method of Java vector class is used to get an iterator over the element in the list in the proper sequence. So, what is meaning? The iterator method of Java vector class is used to get an iterator over the element in the list in the proper sequence. Now we will see what is syntax. The following is a declaration of an iterator method. Public iterator greater than sign e less than sign iterator bracket. Now we'll see parameter. This method does not accept any type of parameter. Any does not method does not accept any parameter. Now we will see what is written. The iterator method returns an iterator over the element in the list in the proper sequence. What is meaning? Iterator method returns an iterator over the element in the proper sequence. List in the proper sequence. Exception is not applicable, so that is the iterator method topic. Now that is the iterator method theory. Now we would like to go through its one more program, like last program for today. And after that we will end up the scene. So let's see what how to do this program. So for doing this program, I create a new file here for doing this program. So I create a new file here. So I write vector 70.java, and after that you enter it and now save this file. After the saving this file, now what we have to do? You have to write package statement while you are writing a vector while you're writing a vector program, so you should all have to write package statement. So you should all have to remember this thing while we are writing a vector program or as well as users program. So we must have to put package statement. So that is import java.util util.star semicolon. That is most important. So you should all have to know this thing. So after that writing a package statement, now I create a class name here. So I write a vector 70 and I take curly bracket and I write public. So where we are, let's continue again. So we are writing a program. So I write here public static void main public static void main string args, and after that I take bracket and here I take curly bracket. After the after the creating a class name, now what we have to do? You have to write vector format. So what is vector format? That is vector of base in capital letters while we're writing a vector format. So you should all have to know this thing. Vector of base in capital letter. Again in string of s in capital letter string, because string is the place of element. So I write a string of s in capital letter. Now I write a colors is equals to new, again vector of base in capital letter vector, again string of s in capital letter string. After that, I take bracket and here I put semicolon. After the writing a vector addition format, now what we have to do? After the writing a vector format, now what we have to do? We have to write vector addition format. So what is vector addition format? That is colors dot add, and here I take bracket and I put semicolon. Here write red. Now after that you put semicolon. Again I write the colors dot add. Here I take a bracket and then put in inverted comma. Here write green. I put a semicolon. Now after the writing, now again I write the colors dot add. Here I put semicolon and here I write blue. Now again I put semicolon. After the writing, again you have to write the colors dot add. And here I take any color that is black or pink. So I write the pink. After that, you put semicolon. Now, after the writing a vector addition format, now what we have to do? We have to write again vector addition format of iterator method. So, what is it format? That is iterator I T E R E A R E A R E A. The spelling of this I T E R A T O R I T E R A T O R iterator. I take grading sign and here write string of S in capital letter. So you should all have to know this thing. So while we are writing a while we are writing a vector format, string of S in capital letter, because string is the place of element and in element now I write itr is equal to colors dot iterator iterator. Now here I take bracket and I put semicolon. After that, writing this format, now what we have to do? We have to write while loop format. So what is while loop format? That is while again I write here. Now I write the condition that is ITR as next. Next of n is in capital letter. So you should all have to remember this thing because if you don't put next of n is in capital letter, your program will does not compile, your program will also error. So that's why we must have to put n of next of n in capital letter. So after that I write here, after that writing this, now what we have to do, we have to print our while loop. So we have to write print statement that is system of s in capital letter while we are writing a print statement. So you should all have to know this thing, that system of s in capital letter system dot out dot println. And now here take bracket and here write itr dot next. Here I take bracket and I put semicolon. After the writing this format, now what we have to do? This program is completed. Now what we have to do? We have to check whether it is compiled or not. So we have to write compiling format. We have to compile it firstly, and after that we have to run this program. So we have to write compiling format that is Java C. And after that, what we have to do? We have to take class name. We have to take file name for compilation. So you should all have to remember this thing, that for compiling our programs, your class name is only taken. So that is here's my class name. Your file name is only taken. Sorry for that. So your file name is only taken for compiling a program. Here is my file name, that is vector 70.java. So I write the vector 70.java, and after that I enter it. Now wait for a few seconds. Okay, so let's continue. So where we are? So we are at we got some problem in here. So where we got at Java 11. So oh, I got it. I got it. Now cancel X1. Now after that, save this file and now compile again. So I compile again and wait for a few seconds for compilation. Uh, until you get one more error. So where we got error? Variable has next. ITR has next. If I cancel this, or if I put dot, it lets we have to see here. ITR has next. Next. Oh, I did not put bracket here. So that's why it's so error. So I put bracket again. Now I save this file again. After the saving this file, now compile again. So now after the compilation, now wait for a few seconds for compilation. You see that it successfully compiled. Now what we have to do? We have to run this program. So we have to write running format. So what is running format? That is Java. And after that, what we have to take? We have to take class name for running our program. So here's my class name vector 70. So you should all have to remember this thing, that our for running your program, our class name is only taken. So you should all have to remember this thing. So I write the class name. So vector 70. After that you enter it and now let's see. So you see that it successfully compiled that is red, green, blue, pink. So from this way you could also print any type of vector iterator method or whether else is empathy method. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my videos very well. And I hope you like my videos very well. If you like it, then please like, subscribe, and comment me and share my videos to everyone so that everyone can see my videos. Everyone can watch my videos. So that's it for today. Thank you. And if you have got any problem in that, then please comment me. I will help you out. And if you have also got in problem as well as in theory, as well as in program, then I will provide you a link in my description. So please go through this link that is given in my description. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care.